Well, I've come to show you something at the beach. When the tide goes down, low tide, we have these rocks exposed. And there's always some really neat things in there, creatures and things that, items that come up from the ocean, from wrecks and from hurricanes and things like that. So we're going to go down and we're going to hunt around these rocks. These are coquina rocks. They're rocks made from compressed seashells. I sure hope the wind is not messing this up so bad. But you can see a lot of people come down here when the tide is low so that they can also see what there is. There are sea urchins and all kinds of things down here. Let's go look. Okay, now we're closer down here to the rocks. Let's see what they're like. See the swirls in them from the ocean. That was sand and shells mushed together. Not quite at low tide, but it's going out. And then there'll be more of this exposed all the way down there. The little creatures and things amongst that green stuff. Kind of neat. Very slippery, that green stuff. Gotta watch for that. Walking on that. That conch shell is becoming part of the coquina rock, or it is part of it. Compression of the sand and everything, the rock forms. So I just thought that you would like this. It's kind of a neat formation. Kind of neat. And that works out. Very pretty, isn't it? Sand dollars don't have a chance here. They get all broken up. Look here. The ocean water is bubbling up and running that way, back out into the ocean. Isn't that cool? Looking back at the rocks. It was bright and sunny, and in an hour's time it became cloudy and cool. Look here. Look between here and there. You can see these apartment buildings. One day they're going to fall into the ocean. Especially during a hurricane, because those hurricanes bring that water right up onto those porches. And right up into those apartments. And they keep rebuilding them, refinishing them. Yeah. Look at this. It's totally amazing. First of all, these rocks were brought in, I think in the 50s or the 60s, maybe earlier than that. Because the island, this is as part of the island where it was really deteriorating, and there's less than a half a mile between here and the river, the Cape Fear River. So they brought these rocks in, and they said it was really something to see, all these big rocks being brought in. But what's fascinating to me, since the last time I've been down here, is all of the debris from the last hurricane that you can see is in there, wedged in. It's amazing. Totally amazing. all up and down here, all up and down here. Maybe I'll go from the top. Now when the, like I was going to say, maybe I'll go back up at the top later on and I'll show you a different perspective. But the last hurricane that we had, the ocean waves topped these rocks. And I have a picture on my Facebook page of that, those angry waves coming in. But that's amazing. Look at that board wedged between those rocks like that. Oh man, it's like it opened them up and it just sandwiched itself right in there. It's amazing. Oh! And of course at high tide, you can't get back this way during high tide because the sand, the water comes all the way up into these rocks during high tide. Ooh, dropped my stuff. Just amazing. And of course there's more coquina rocks down there that you can't get to until low tide. So let's go down there. Well, that's interesting. There's a perfect hole in that rock. I bet that's what they used when they put the blasting caps down in there to break these rocks up. Again, I think this is very interesting to see where this is at. There, I'm going to go back up to there and show you what it looks like from the other direction. But look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. And again, you can't get back here when it's high tide. Ah, water. It's almost like a travel film here. The point is that I'm not finding anything metal detecting, so I thought I'd talk about the area. It's so pretty down here. Okay, this is from on top of the rocks. Right over there is that pole that's sticking up. Is where I was at below that when I was videotaping before. So I've come up here on top, like I said, to give you this perspective. And let's look down the beach. Down the beach there. Now, further down this direction is Fort Fisher State Park, and you cannot metal detect here after March 31st until after Labor Day. Let's see, let's go this way. Excuse me. And there's the apartment building that's about to fall into the ocean that they keep renovating. So a lot of history happened right here at this point in the 1800s, the mid-1800s. I was reading here about a blockade runner called Modern Greece that was sunk out here, and in 1962 they went and dug up the ship and its contents. And there's a museum just on the other side behind me that holds these contents. There's a lot down here to see. Natural forest right there. Anyway, like I said, there's a lot to see and do down here. Very nice, very nice.